Hello, y'all. So I am doing like it's like a second part to the reading I just uploaded, but I don't know why I'm being told there is a group of people that are sending right now, a group of people that are going through something, thinking. So okay, this is what okay. All right, this is so crazy. All right, you know how spirit speaks to us in certain even in your own life, in your own scenarios, it's not only just about synchronicities. So, for example, it could be a parallel event with the same meaning. So, I just, it was funny to me, but this is what happened. So, I have an autistic child, right? And my daughter is so cute, like, yo. So she can be very picky about what she wants to eat and stuff like that. So sometimes it comes with a certain level of, I don't know if you want to say trust, because you know that your mom or your God or your higher self or your spirit or your parent is going to give you what it is that you want, that you want to eat. But you feeling as though, what if she's, you're having this trust, like, what if it's not what I want, so her food was in the microwave, is what I'm trying to get at. And she had just taken a shower and finished, and she's ready for dinner. I try to give her early dinner when she's in school on school nights. So she sees her favorite meal after being so patient, and then she's like, "Ah, like, yes, you see this light, right?" So I feel as though somebody here is going through something and maybe questioning God or whatever it is that they believe in. Like, why is this happening for me? But spirit is saying, I know what it is that you want, and I am preparing you for that. And somebody's not understanding what it means on a spiritual level, because maybe they had certain beliefs and they think they're depressed, but they're not depressed. They're actually going through the dark night of the soul. Maybe they met somebody that, it's so funny, because I say to myself, you know, heartbreak sometimes um, is what um, awakens people, and people like to separate spirituality and things of the 3D, but it's all in the same thing, because as it is done on earth as it is in heaven, right? It has to happen in heaven, which is in the 5D, before it happens on the 3D. So with that, what I'm trying to say is, okay, I'm losing track of my thoughts. My God, what is it that you wanted me to say, Spirit? Oh yeah, yeah. So the triggering the heartbreak, sometimes, oftentimes, because we're searching for something that we feel as though is outside of us. So we're chasing this love, and then when this love, abandons us or runs away or whatever, we feel this heartbreak. So there's somebody here who is crying about a situation that that they thought was going to be there forever, because their soul, it feels bonded to one another. But what it actually did is it activated that awakening. So somebody here, but we're gonna see what it is. I don't know why I've been holding this card for a while. So let's see what wants to come out. Give me three cards here, Spirit. What is it that you want to? Oh, love. Yeah, I knew it, because it is love. Yes, so there's one thing that we're all searching for, looking for. Thing, but what is love? God is love. We're searching for God everywhere else, but God is within us, because love is within us. We are love. We are made of love, right? Even on the 3D, we're made out of sex normally, which is out of passion. We may say, oh, it's not out of love, but when your souls come together, whether it's just one night stand, whatever, it's so something. There's an attraction there that happens. There is a spark of love that happened there. There is a lust, which is a form of love, even though it may be temporary. There could be passion, right? Where is this coming from? Okay, let's just read what we're being given here. I can't even speak. So maybe there may be somebody who wants to express love towards somebody, but love is in the air. A great time for commitments and taking relationships to the next level. What this tells me is, again, it talks about ascension to love, to becoming the real love, to becoming true love, to becoming authentic love. Somebody could also be healing certain aspects that they feel like are blocking their love from coming around or being around. I don't know why I'm being told in that manner, because that doesn't make sense. So maybe somebody wants you around because they feel like you are the love of their life. Okay. Okay. All right. All right, one more card, Spirit. Luck. Okay. A sudden change of luck is likely. Things are working in your favor. Excellent time for networking. Didn't I just tell you? Didn't I just tell you when I say sometimes people go through things thinking, why am I going through? They're questioning it, but it's that food in the microwave that mommy has for you. But with your self, you're like, nah, 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 but your patience pays off because you see what is coming out of the microwave is your favorite food. Somebody that's a mutual love here. You're gonna suddenly be talking to this person. How is none of your business because mommy's got it, okay? Okay, because spirit is love, right? God is love, and it's made of male and female, mommy or daddy. It doesn't matter. Mommy can do as much as daddy can do on an energetic level, right? Because we possess both. When you become love, you're balanced, so you become this God energy, which is good and bad, and but you know to equal them, to balance it out and have an equilibrium that is suited for the present moment, and you're able to create what it is that you want, that you need, because that creative energy is what really makes your person come towards you, because you create them, right? You create them. When you heal, you're creating something. You are, oh my God, I don't even know what I'm talking about. A sudden change. So this is gonna happen very unexpectedly. Now, who is gonna initiate what? That's really not any of our concern, but it is gonna happen. Okay, one card, Spirit. Is this a love read? What kind of read is this? I hope it resonates with somebody though. There could be some travels coming up, so long distance communication will open up your life. Okay. Exciting experiences for singles and career advancements for others. Okay, so some of you could be long distance from your person, or some of you could be long distance in terms of emotional distance, but there will be travel. You guys are traveling, and we're talking about also ascending. We're talking about sending, right? So ascension, that's also another form of travel, and it's bringing exciting new experiences between you two. And then there's going to be personal riches. This is a beautiful reading already. Small successes are likely now, and bigger ones are on the way. Finances could improve dramatically, but avoid get rich schemes. Nice, very nice. Let's take a look and see. Give me three cards here, Spirit. Give me three cards here. So I guess this is what, a twin flame read? What is this? I don't know. Photograph. Somebody could be looking at your photos. Somebody could actually be looking at you online, if they have access to you somehow. But this person also wants to make new memories. They miss you a lot. Okay, they miss you a lot, and some of you could be dealing with a Leo. We have the sun in the background here. It looks like it's about to come out of the like when when the sun is coming out, and that you can just see, you can see a glimpse. So this person may even feel you coming towards them, or you feel them coming back towards you, on an energetical level, on a 5D level. Some of you have a strong faith that if you want your person back, they will be back. But for those that don't want, if you're praying for new love, it is coming, because this is about the same thing, really. It could be your old person, it could be a new person coming in, depending on what your souls are putting out there, on a subconscious level. All right, give me two more cards, Spirit. Health. Okay, so some of you need to take care of your health. Health issues could arise. Again, health of what? We're not talking about just physical health. We also got to talk about the mental. We got to talk about the emotional, health, financial health, all sorts of things. Some type of health here. I know we talk about medical because we are 3D, but on a 5D level, there could be a little bit of a shakeup, or in this connection. This is what it could be talking about, because we're really talking about this connection. And so you would have to take care of your relationships, just like how you take care of yourself on the 3D level. So spiritually, so some of you need to pray, some of you need to meditate, some of you need to fast, to continue to, and to have affirmations, right, about your own relationships, doing affirmations to make your relationship stronger and beautiful and healthier. Some of you are being urged to pray for a healthier relationship. Maybe it can be healthy, but how about if it's healthier? You both people putting in the work, equal give and take the health of a relationship here. Okay. So there could be some issues that may arise. Some of you are being urged to heal your own emotional health, because if when you know how to deal with yourself, you will be able to discuss certain things. Some of you have issues with expressing your feelings, your emotions, and spirit is saying that needs to be taken care of. If this is going to be a healthy connection, and I'm bringing you your person that you asked for, you have to be able to do certain things that you've never done. You have to heal. We in health we have heal, right? In health, in the word health, we have heal. You gotta heal. You gotta heal, yourself on every level here. Do what you can. Okay, spirit will help you, but do what you can, if you can, on every level: emotional, spiritual, financial, you know the shalls. All right, give me another card, spirit. Give me another card. Give me another card, spirit. Give me another card. Caution. All right, find out more information and don't overwork yourself. Again, you see how we have the heart here with a cross on it. So there is potential here for another heartbreak, or another disappointment, if you don't proceed with caution. So again, I think this is really reinforcing this card. This caution card is reinforcing this health card, because we have two hearts here. One is hollow and one one is hollow inside. Oops, this one is hollow inside. The other one is, it could be full, but it was broken. There was disappointment here. So there could be two people here who have different things to work on. Could be a yin and a yang, opposites, so twin flames. Two people that love one another, but both of you are suffering from injury, or you're both heartbroken about a situation here that happened. That's why somebody here is in nostalgia and they're missing you and they're looking at your pictures. This person can also be spying on you, or looking at you, or looking you up online. They if your information is out there, they look at that stuff, every opportunity they can get. If you have Facebook, because Facebook normally is what is updated. If you have things like that, they may be looking at your social media page and seeing what you're up to. Yes. And then we have luck again here on this card right here, and then we have another luck here on the table. So yeah, you know what, it's funny because even like in the uh in this journey is like with spirituality. People talk about, oh, I don't do this, I don't do that, luck, I don't do luck, I attract da 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 da. All of that, we all speak in the same language, just very differently. And then depending on your timeline, sometimes you may believe in luck, maybe now you no longer believe in luck. It's not to say that it's a wrong or a right thing. It's just what it is. Like, somebody here needs to let things flow. There is some type of control when we do things like that, when we feel like this is, I'm superior because I do this, I do that. And somebody, I think, is also facing some type of karma to let go of that energy, because it's very ego based. And I feel as though going through this dark night of the soul, somebody is being, oops, ooh, spirit wanted to take all of those cards away from me. Okay. He's like, read half of that. I think because I want you to get a clearer message. Alrighty then, spirit. Let's go. Thank you for 2 cards. Out of these 2 cards, what am I gonna say? I am so sorry, guys. This is so weird. This reading is so weird. But I'm gonna upload it anyway. I don't even care. Because I felt like I'm so sorry. I just so like like a child holding things like just being annoying. And I think somebody was trying to, it's just my imagination, so somebody was trying to like distract themselves with a lot of things, and spirit just knocked it out of their hand, like, stop, because they wanted to control, right? So somebody could have been, tried to juggle multiple people, tried to just doing things that they're not supposed, being out of character. Right, exactly. They were being out of character in to distract themselves from thinking about this connection, because this connection has been so heavy. And dark night of the soul, you don't play with that part of this journey. Absolutely. For those that know what the dark night of the soul is, you would know what I'm talking about. All right, let's take a look. So how many cards you want me to have out of this little bit of card spirit? 3 cards. All right, give me 3 messages then. 3 messages for this reading. Ha 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 ha. False person. Ha 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 ha. All right. Y'all presented your false selves. This could be 2 people that are very authentic. Okay. So if this has not happened, maybe this is what would happen in the future. If especially you are in a twin flame journey, we have the 8, which talks about infinity. These are souls, or 2 souls that meet lifetime after lifetime. Okay. But this thing was bigger than you from the moment y'all started talking, and you didn't, like, you saw the fire burning. You see how you have the fire in the back there? The fire was burning. Absolutely. There was a lot of familiar soul energy between the 2 of you, which normally we talk about twin flames. So we have a flame in the background, of course. No coincidence, because you gotta really listen to what you're being told. Someone here may have a W in their name, a C or an M, S. Yeah, so y'all both came. You see how she's covering her mouth. Probably somebody here, could be divine feminine, was not expressing her true self. Normally, these are 2 people that have probably done a lot of spiritual work, and they prayed for one another, and then you came together. But when you met each other, the connection was so fiery, and maybe even intimidating, to the point where some things were not spoken, and the other person was wearing a mask. And um, so yeah, you want to, because you were trying to protect yourself. This stuff happens. We know why people present their fake selves to one another, is because they are protecting something. They're protecting their heart. They don't want to be hurt. Okay, these are people that have been hurt and burned, and gone through it, such that when that right person comes along, you don't act right. Like, why aren't you acting right now? Those are what are called triggers. The wounds come out. Oh no, I cannot tell them how I feel. They're gonna hurt me if I do that. Oh, I'm not gonna let her see that I'm in love with her. Oh, I'm not gonna say that, because it can just backfire. Because when I tell people some things, they use it against me. Oh, this and that, projection, just being fake. Like, this connection, that's why it was faulty to begin with. I don't know where I'm getting that message from, with the theme, but okay, I will say it. I will say it. I will say it. Give me another card, spirit. Yep, privileged lady. Somebody here. All right, somebody wanted to make you, or wants to make you, a privileged lady. So let me go back to the other point that I made before. You could have been, your souls know one another from a past lifetime, and one of you was, the other one took care of the other in a past life, and in this lifetime, someone is supposed to help you. I don't know whose reading this is about, but someone here wants to make you their privileged lady. So if it's a masculine, divine masculine, there is a lady they want to give a beautiful life to, but they also want them to work with them, because they are already privileged in other areas. So they do see balances in every area. You balance one another because you are ascended. You are both light energies. And they recognize that. But y'all decided to show yourselves as though you are not the ones for one another for whatever reason, for protection purposes. Um, 8 and 12 is a 22, 0, that's a 2. One more card, Spirit. All right. And we have 4, bed health. So a lot of bed health here. So somebody also could actually probably be not feeling well at this time, going through some things. But also, again, like we're talking about, um, this situation has caused somebody to actually be in the bed. They think they're sick. Again, dark night of the soul will have you sometimes be in the bed for days. If you and people say, okay, you're depressed. Yeah, absolutely. I've heard of people say, in their depression, that's when they woke up or something. I think I've heard of it. I don't know where I'm getting that from, but they woke up. So because you're resting a lot, sometimes you may get downloads in that moment, and then over time, when you find your strength, those things are brought back to you, because at that time you were going, and then spirit wants you to relax so that some things can be relayed to you. And usually that's how some people end up being on certain medicines and things like that, because they're not ready for those kind of things being revealed to them. Their spirit is not ready, at least their flesh, rather their ego, is not ready to see those things. So somebody could actually be thinking something is wrong with them. I'm sorry, but we have a mature woman here. um yeah, yeah, there is someone who understands spirituality, but maybe they were just not ready to face the definition of the things that were happening in your meeting or in your connection, and these things are being revealed to them, and it's on a deeper level that is scaring them to a point of exhaustion. um And no, it's not a fairy tale, because twin flame journeys are that intense. Yes, they sound like fairy tales, but at the end of the day, they're also very painful. There is no reward without risk, and there's also no um, luxury without being uncomfortable. Sometimes you have to be uncomfortable for growth to occur. Um, right? I don't know where this is coming from. Give me 3 cards, Spirit. Give me 3 cards, and then I'm gonna do tarot. I am gonna do tarot. I wasn't going to, but I will. Yeah, King's on the ring. So there's a decision here that will be made. You guys may have met, once or twice, not a whole lot of times. Um, and again, with Keys on the ring, somebody may have had options here. This connection may have started on a basis where there were 3 people. Um, and this person may have even called you names or say some things that that's made you side eye them, because they, maybe for the first time, they never thought they were not good enough. Maybe this person gets a lot of attention from other people, but when you did not, maybe that threw them off to the point of going into an awakening, right? All right, 2 cards, Spirit. Palm tree. Stability, security, permanence, growth, endurance, and flexibility. I feel as though, you see how you have the privileged lady here. This person wanted to give you stability, and security, but now they feel as though maybe they're not even good enough, or maybe you made them feel as though they were not good enough for it or for this. Um, but it there's some, okay. I don't know why I'm hearing this. So I feel like there's a need for acceptance, to say, look at what I've done, and it wasn't acknowledged. Um, I don't know. One more card, Spirit. This is a person who is afraid of being judged with their failures. Maybe their parents were so hard on them in school, to a point where if they they didn't do well. Um, they got not the best of treatment. Um, so there is I don't know what they call it. Just I don't know what the word is. I'm okay. Give me one card of spirit. Cupid's arrow just fell. Um, yeah, there's some things that were triggered here and that were revealed. Some form of emotional abandonment. I heard. Okay, that's what it is. Emotional abandonment. Okay. Somebody's afraid of emotional abandonment. One more card, spirit, please. I'm sorry. One card, please, spirit. One card. Love call. So yeah, someone will be calling you to express love, a message of love, thinking of you and letting you know. Somebody will eventually call you here. Dragonfly, be lighthearted, finding out things coming to light, adapt, change, and heal. A lot of heal energy, a lot of healing energy, a lot of talking about healing and growth and expansion and stability and this is this is this is a different type of read, spirit. I don't know what you're saying, but I understand it, but I don't know if I really do fully understand it, but maybe to the people that really need this message, it makes sense. All right, spirit, give me 9 cards. Let's take a look at tarot. Let's take a look at tarot. Give me 9 cards, spirit. Yes, Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, when I open up with Wheel of Fortune, I feel I am the beginning and the end, right? I am the beginning of my life in this lifetime, and I'm also the end. I get born and I die, right? But during that time, there's a Wheel of Fortune, your higher self in the 5D God, whatever you want to call it, that is, moving events and timelines and at the same time other souls are doing the same, but you're just in different bodies, and these things are the law of nature where things come together for good because it's just an orchestration of the spirit, which dwells in all of us, right? And these things they always come together because it's like a chemistry of God. Like I don't know what I'm talking about, guys, but things just work together the way they're supposed to. I don't know what this is talking about. All right, give me a more card, spirit, please, and a clear message. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. 10 of Cups. This is what you want. It's coming, but you gotta understand that it was always coming. If this is what you wanted, with a new person or your past person, or if you're already in a commitment, things are gonna get better. Okay? All right. Should I continue, spirit? Yes. You need to continue. Hangman. People are starting to see in each other's perspective. People are putting themselves in the other person's shoes, loving one another as we love ourselves, loving your neighbor as you love yourself. That unconditional love. I love you through the good and the bad, right? That emotional intelligence picking up, that spiritual connectivity to each other coming together. All right. Give me 2 cards, spirit. Why did I say 2 cards? Okay, let me have 2 cards then, like that. Okay. All right, so Justice. Page of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's getting tired of spying here, and they're gonna stop. I think that's the chasing energy. Once you stop looking at your person and you mind your own business here, I feel like there's gonna be some type of movement. But let's take a look and see. Give me 4 more cards, spirit. Yep. Didn't I say that? A new beginning. The Fool. Somebody that wants to move towards you. Once you stop spying on this person, I know that's a difficult thing to do, but that's where detachment comes from, right? That's where surrender comes from. You leave it alone and you focus on yourself. Go buy a guitar. Go buy some drums. Go buy some a boxing thing and do some, right? I don't know why I'm talking like that, but sometimes the we pursue and we always constantly looking for this validation that already dwells within us. We want to be loved, but we already love. If we come to that place and understand that, and we understand that we are enough, then we get reconciled within self, and then we start the healing process. We start acceptance of self, and then once you are fully whole, because again, remember there was a trigger here. We talked about the false person. There was a trigger. Is this reading? Yeah. When I had the two hearts, one with the broken and one with a band-aid, two people broken here because of the triggers that happened in the connection or in this connection, um, that caused an ending. But Spirit is saying, I have something better. Remember the analogy I gave you when I started the reading about the microwave, about food in the microwave, and the child not knowing what's in the microwave? All right, give me three cards, Spirit. Yeah, this is coming to an end. A broken heart, disappointment, because the pain that we feel, to be quite honest, is according to how you want it to feel. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like the extent of the pain you feel is mostly self-imposed. Now, somebody may say, "Nah, that's not right." Nobody can make you feel anything, and not to say that you must sweep things under the rug or you must use numbing stuff and escape the pain. Hell no, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about really taking your lessons and being responsible for your part in whatever happened here is what is going to be the healing factor. Excuse me, because with that comes forgiveness of self. Like, oh, you know what, but you know what, I too had a part in that. I contributed to that. I did this and that, and acknowledging it. Do you know what happens when you do that? You're starting to go inwards for you. You're no longer putting blame on the other person. And I feel like this is what is happening on a mutual level. Both of you are taking responsibility, and that's how you heal. You take responsibility for your part. The moment, because remember when you point a finger, three are pointing back at you. When you point your finger, three are pointing back at you, right? Actually four, because even the thumb is like, yeah, and me too. Okay. So there is a shift here that is happening because of the ascension that is going on here, where people are starting to take their part in owning it. You know, have you ever seen people? I've seen people. I don't know if this ever happened to me, but I'm trying to be that person. Uh, I'm not there yet, but I will be someday. But have you ever seen people that fall out and then they go and meet and talk about it and they say, I'm sorry, I did that, and then the other person say, it's okay because I also did that and I'm sorry, You know what I'm saying? Like both people are like, I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Now that's healing. That comes with humility, and I feel like this is something that is going to play out in both of you because you are starting to remove this blame energy and really looking at it, because if you want to be better, you got to do better, right? If you know better, you're going to have to do better. So being accountable for your part in this and apologizing like a grown person, that is love. Okay, that is love. That is love. Forgiveness is love. Redemption. There's a beautiful energy on this table. I don't need a whole bunch of cups. Just the 10 that I have here are enough, and the wheel of fortune next to it. All right, give me two more cards, Spirit. Oops, this one wanted to come together. So yeah, um, right now there's a Knight of Cups coming, an offer, solid offer, an emotional offer, a love offer. Okay, we'll be dealing with a Libra, Gemini, I said Libra. I was gonna say because that's yeah, and I was about to say Gemini as well, but I'm actually meant Pisces, Cancer, or Scorpio, or you could be on the verges of those. So for example, Scorpio is water, but they're also Libra because I think I said Libra, and then Pisces is also on the verge. So Pisces and so that's Aquarius. I didn't mention Aquarius, but it doesn't matter. I meant Cancer. Okay, Cancer and Gemini. Okay. Um, but there is a love offer here. I don't know if this is the same person that we're talking about, or there's a new person, a love offer. But there's also strength here in the reverse. I think we did talk about this. It feels like this a similar message from the one that I just did about third party energies, because I did talk about the kids on the ring here, and I said there could have been three people in the connection when we began. So all right, let me see. Let me see what is going on, because these two cards wanted to come together. There is a situation that is being left behind for a more spiritual connection. Could be a twin flame situation. Um, so somebody could be leaving a certain situation, going towards another. They no longer have strength for the other party here, for this other connection, which was probably moving slow, and that did not happen for no reason either. If somebody was in a overlapping of soul contracts, and they were dealing with two souls, or um, two beautiful connections, and maybe had a hard decision to make, but a decision had to be made with the hangman here. Somebody had to leave a certain situation, but then somebody was questioning, so what was the purpose of that soul contract? Maybe this soul contract was to open you up to become emotional yourself, maybe because that connection that you had, the same thing happened to you, which is karma. If you are somebody who did not express themselves in the past, in this connection that you let go, or that somebody let you go because you were not opening your mouth with the false person here, it's the same thing has happened in this connection, and now you the lesson is this. It's like spirit gave you a practice board. I'm not okay, not in a negative way, but somebody here was that was their karma. Okay, that was their karma, maybe because they were also not being the most authentic person anyway, but now maybe you had similar lessons. I don't know, I can't even speak, because it's like everything wants to come out so fast. So this person that you were dealing with, you had similar lessons, in that you had to heal your emotional part, your emotional wounding, or your emotional distress, or emotional health, in being able to speak your feelings, speak your emotions, speak your mind. But you did not get that with this other connection. After that other one ended, now you are starting to see what it is that happened in that connection. So it was like a revelation of what went wrong with your own connection. Now that you're like, but then maybe with this person, you may have told this person how you feel, something that you did not do with that other relationship or this other situation. So and then you had no strength but to love yourself here, removing yourself, because you it was like you didn't get the response, or the offer, or the the comeback, or the response that you wanted. So in other words, you felt like rejected, or maybe this person had issues just like you had issues, emotional expression issues, and so you are starting to see yourself for what went wrong over here. But because you managed to do that, that's small changes that they're talking about, small successes. So because you were able to open up, you were like, okay, you know what, I can actually open up. Hence we have strength here. You are finding strength, even if it's not, you have the strength, but this is not the right place for you to succeed in this thing. This is something you have to bring to this connection, because that is the connection that you were being given practice for. Oh my god, does this make any sense? I don't even know. Give me one card, Spirit. Oh my god. I'm in. One more card, Spirit. Oh, I'm hot. Yeah, you're out of your head, and that's the key. Whom he has set free is free indeed. Absolutely freaking lutely. Okay, you are becoming more authentic. You don't care if you look like a fool, but you are gonna go there and you're gonna take risks, and you're going to just go and do what you need to do like a fool. But if it hurts, oh well, there is no what growth without being uncomfortable. Sometimes they call growing pains, right? They're growing pains. All right, one more card, Spirit, for the center of this read. We have so many cards on the table, just one card, Spirit, for the center. Page of Wands. Okay, so to me, Page of Wands is also about waiting for things to grow, but I feel as though in the reverse, we're no longer doing immature things, and hoping, like, we're not putting brushing things under the rug. We want to talk about them. We want to be more mature, and saying the things that we mean, and mean what we say, and being consistent is what I'm getting from this. But give me one more card, Spirit, for the center. Okay, so again, we have a wounded warrior here, 9 of Wands. So this, to me, this card is wounded warrior, of course, somebody who all right, I'm just gonna say, okay, um a few things I'm seeing here. So there could be somebody. Somebody may go towards somebody, but this person is gonna look at you like, mm, they're not they're gonna listen to you. Okay, they're gonna listen to you. You see how we have eight eight wands. We know in the 8 of Wands, that's communication, right? That's traveling towards somebody. But this person is holding one wand, right? Come over here and I'm gonna bump you in your head. Like, don't get closer. This person may push you away a little bit. You may get pushed back if you're the one that's trying to go towards this person, or vice versa. Somebody here is going to be super guarded against you. Somebody here is going to be super guarded. But I think with the right type of offer, a mature type of offer, or a type of connection that is going to be spirit led here, it's going to be super, super fast. But once as this happens, I feel like this is going to it's going to lead to a lot of passion. The things that you knew before, I don't know why I'm getting, but I'm channeling that. But okay, you know why I'm saying that? Because it's holding that one of wand and the 8 behind him. That's communication. After that communication, there is going to be a lot of passion. After all this is said and done, I feel like both of you are just going to be ready to do some passionate things. I don't know what it is, but I just hear there, but in a good way. Okay, because we know the Ace of Wands, which is the 1 of Wands, represents that part. So maybe that energy is gonna come back, like how you liked each other from the beginning, but this time it'll be a more mature assertiveness. I can't even speak. Assertiveness that will be in there. um Understanding that I am you and you are me. I don't know why I'm getting that. Because this person, the way they're looking, if you look at the wounded warrior, they have a bandage on the head, and they're looking like, who are you? Because this person sees themselves in you, and that's what's scaring them the most. And that's why all these things are happening, because hence we also have the dark night of the soul. There is some type of confusion here, like your souls are recognizing each other, but then it's like, is this even possible for it to come together? Is it even possible for it to work? Yeah, there's no communication right now. There's no traveling, but it's okay, because the next stage is the nine of wands, which will be the this. It's gonna be upright, and y'all gonna be holding the one wand for each other, because you're the one person. You love each other. You have passion for one another. I mean, love is not passion, but it is part of it. We cannot deny one thing but say, okay, this is black and white. It's not, because passion is part of love. Um, it's not the entire love, but it's part of it. It's a fraction of it. It's a percentage of it. Um, do we want to clarify anything? I don't know. I don't think this reading actually went so far. I did not think that it was going to go this long. 44 minutes. I don't even know what I'm talking about. All right, 2 cards, Spirit. 2 cards. Two cards, Holy Spirit. Healing family issues. Yeah, so your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So some of you, yeah, all right. So now I know why. I even know why I'm here now, because um, this card here, Spirit is just reminding me something that I got while I was while I was channeling, and I was getting all these downloads. They're talking about healing family issues. Sometimes, so and also why I also got the parent part when I started this reading. I was talking about my daughter, with food in the microwave and stuff. There is a lot of parents blaming, a lot of parent blaming within the collectives when we talk about our childhood wounds. But we must also have to have that forgiveness, right? To understand that parents were also children at some point, and they had their own traumas that they did not know how to deal with. So same thing, you as a person that is healing thyself, right, that is going through these ascensions and healing and spirituality and doing all this work on self, right, you have to understand that you cannot blame everything on your parents, because your parents also may not have had the same enlightenment, because a lot back then too were not really all enlightened. There are some parents who were very extremely, some of you had, oh my god, I have a lot of thoughts coming through. Some of you may have had children, I'm not saying children, may have, as children, may have had friends where we went to their house, or you saw their loving relationship with their parents, and maybe you wish you had that but you didn't really. So maybe this person also, there's some things that they look at you and admire you about in regards to what your parents may have done, but they don't really know the true you. um, and the things that you have to deal with. But at the same, I don't know why what I'm hearing, but okay. The things that you both may have gone through in your childhood, and normally we always look for, I mean, of course, as a child you're gonna look to your parents, absolutely, but now because you're an adult, you're responsible for your healing. You cannot continue to blame your parents because of, I'm this, I'm that, I'm this way, I'm that way, because again, you're still in that lack and that victim mentality. The moment you start blaming the other person, because remember the what we talked about here with the with this about self accountability, right? As an adult, now you now know what to do. There are tools out there to help yourself, right? Because remember, we have soul contracts with different souls, and these souls come to teach us certain things, and they may not entirely be the right or the correct, at least according to our opinion, right? Because that's perception. But they were doing the best that they could, or they knew how, or with the tools that they had. And so we have to come to a point of realization that if they were not able to give you that, or if they were not able to do that, what can you do now to fix that part of you that felt void as a child? You're now an adult. You can find the tools to fix what that which was missing, right? You would have to, now this is where you're left to do your own work. When you even talk about, when he who finds a wife finds a good thing, right? I don't know why I'm hearing that message, but that's also, I don't know, that's in the Bible, but I don't know why I'm hearing that. So somebody may see you as somebody they want to be with in the long term, and they want to get married. Maybe you get married lifetime after lifetime. But I was gonna say something in regards to that. Okay, so the man and woman shall leave their mother and father's house, and they shall be cleaved to one and become husband and wife. They'll become one, right? So that's why I was going with that. So within the kingdom, which is ourselves, we're gonna have to leave that part that blames mom and dad who made us, which is, spirit, right? And so these two bodies with the same spirit of love did what they could, but they did, what, with what they had in their remembrance, to raise as much as of a responsible child as they could. But it doesn't always go 100%, right? Because we're all not perfect, and some of us that are watching these readings are not our parents ourselves, and we know we don't have all the tools to make this perfect human being, because their soul has a journey, and we cannot always control that. And then the parents also have their own journeys, their own spiritual, on their soul journey. So it's like karmas that are just, I think we talked about that. All things work together, because there is nothing we can sit here and blame this one. Da, 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 da. At the end of the day, we are born by ourselves and we die by ourselves. Sometimes we are born with two bodies in the same pregnancy, which is a twin or triplets or multiple babies, but still you have the one soul that is in a body, that is born in a body, and it will die out the body, but that body is where it dwells, which is the one body, right? um okay, now that was some, I don't even know what the hell I'm at and what I'm talking about, but anyway. So I think all I'm saying with this is time for some people to remove the traumas from, blaming other people, and instead looking for solutions. In other words, stop dwelling on the problem, because you're bringing your own suffering, and come out of that and look for the help, and seek the help to become the best version of yourself, from the other parties. Excuse me. The things that you feel like, were not the best, or were neglected, or whatever other issues that happened in your childhood, it's time for you to take responsibility and fix those, somehow, by either, going for therapy, counseling, talking to other people, um, joining groups that are of the same mindsets, things like that, and just working on yourself. Read, find hobbies, do something. But there is always help out there, to heal certain things. Sometimes people think, okay, healing family issues is about going and sitting in a living room, and talking about your past, and trying to get apologies. Sometimes you cannot do that, because even sometimes your parents may have passed away. Now, it's time for you to take control of your own, um, the rest of your journey, and continue to heal, because they're not here to sit in the living room. Not everybody still has parents around, and for those that do, yeah, if you have a speaking relationship, and if you're on speaking terms, or even if you're not, some of you maybe that's why this is coming up. For those that have parents, and other family, around family issues, maybe you're being urged now to, while they're still around, to sit up. Oh wow, okay, 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 this is crazy. All right, okay, all right, all right, all right. Oh, this is so much. This is too much. Okay, somebody may have family that could be dying right now too, and spirit is urging you to correct those wrongs, while these people are still alive, because that's the best time to resolve certain things. Life is not always about, we'll do it next year, we'll do it, next week. Life is not guaranteed like that. So if you have to make amends, you spirit is asking you to make amends now. That way, you know some of these things don't even have to play out in the next lifetime, because some contracts do continue into the next lifetime. And I think most of this reading that the one I just did and this one is mostly talking about soul contracts, and I don't really do a lot of soul contract reads. This was something I was going to do on a different channel, but I guess if I'm being told to do it, then I'm going to do it. And I think I was doing it before. I don't know, but I stopped reading like that. I started reading more on the 3D, but okay, one more card, Spirit. One more card, Holy Spirit. One more card for this reading. Okay, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. Yeah, so, yeah. Some of you are seeing signs. And you need to pay attention to those signs. Not only signs from your person, but from the universe, from God, from whoever you believe in, from whatever, that the things that you know let me tell you something. God is always speaking. He never stops speaking. Okay, that's the Holy Spirit that lives within you. So you have to pay attention to your own intuition. If Spirit is saying don't do that, then don't do that. That's your intuition telling you, your gut instinct, right? Um, if somebody, yeah, some so somebody here may have also ignored their intuition. Somebody here may have ignored their intuition, thinking, it's just in their head, but spirit has been trying to wave. You see how, if you look in this pay attention to red flag card, you have this like a woman waving a flower in this girl's face, but just open part of this thing she's wearing on the head, and she's looking in a different direction. So someone here, I think they're also being shown synchronicities, and they don't understand, like, because if it's a twin flame journey, especially like since we're talking about twin flames and ascending and all this other stuff, soul contract, this person, they may even question their own sanity. I think I say that at some point during this read. Didn't I say that? Flirt, extend your light-hearted energy to others. This reading is so, I don't know, it's all right. Let's get some messages from the people on the table that resonate with this reading. From your person, if you're in the twin flame, what is your divine masculine and divine feminine would like to say? Maybe even to yourself, not necessarily a person outside of you. I wish I had treated you better. This is talking about self-love. I think this twin flame reading is really talking about self. It's not really about two bodies, but it could be divine masculine and feminine within yourself. So if this is talking about self-love, I wish I had treated you better. Some of you forgot who you were when you got into a situation, and you did not treat yourself fairly. Self-sabotaged because you were not seeing a lesson that was being shown to you. I think also someone neglected their own intuition and caused the tower in their own life by making some maybe wrong decisions, and did not treat themselves fairly, and that caused this pain and this heartache, and destroyed a connection, which if they had made but you know what, that's okay, because look, we can talk all day and be like, you shoulda, coulda, woulda, okay, but it's not about that. You couldn't treat yourself better. Now you have the opportunity. We live in the here and now. We live in the present moment. The power of the present is more powerful than any moment. Okay? All right, let's see. I want to tell you how I feel. I think we already picked that up, that somebody may have not spoken their truth, not really revealed who they truly were, and they wore a mask, and the other person did not speak how they truly felt. Now they're ready to talk. Also, because y'all did not really recognize each other in the 3D, this is what it's telling me. Y'all knew something was strong here, but you couldn't come out in the open and become here on earth and be like, you are my person, I'm your person. Because the other one person was afraid of being judged, while the other person got maybe tongue-tied. They couldn't express themselves. Because this is a highly powerful connection with the 8 on top there, that infinity is, I feel, such a powerful, sometimes we can look at these cards, when I see a lot of tarot readers, and we go off of our own impression of a card and say, okay, false person, so this card must be a karmic card, this card must be bad. But we need to understand what this is talking about in regards to what message is here on the line. And to me, this false person is not talking about a fake 3D personal entity or other things. It's talking about just the representatives that you guys brought to the table when you first had an encounter, or when you met or whatever, right? And now y'all ready to take off your masks, to take off the shield of your mouth, to untie your tongues, and just be open and authentic to one another. So many things remind me of you. That's because they see it in themselves. You remind them of them, and they remind you. So you are one another's soul. So obviously, everything will remind them of you because you are one person, and you balance each other out. So this is the twin flame read, guys. I'm gonna leave this here. It's I don't know. I don't know. I hope it resonates with somebody because to me this is the weirdest reading I've ever did. All right, I still wanna read. Give me one card, spirit. The thinking man. 4 plus 6 is 10, which is 1. Um, the other part of you, the thinking man. Didn't we have... No, we did not. So we have a thinking man here. To me, this card really represents somebody that can be in their head a lot. So it could be an air sign, but I was also thinking emotional. I was thinking water sign. Normally people who are thinkers are very spiritual as well because they do not dismiss their thoughts. They analyze them and see what this is saying, because again, like I say, spirit does not stop speaking because the Holy Spirit, that's why it's, you know, you say we pray without ceasing. Your spirit does pray without ceasing, absolutely, because the God in you never stops speaking. Okay. But sometimes we pick and choose what we're going to listen to, and but you know, so for example, I'm just saying this on autopilot. Say you're driving, right, and then you feel like, let me go this way, but then you don't listen to your intuition, and then you end up getting a detour and then being delayed and all this other stuff because you did not listen to your little small still small voice. You were not even thinking about it, but it just was like a little like nudge, like turn this way, but you did not, and then you decide to go that way, and then it's like, man, I should have, something told me, right? We start talking about, something told me to do this, but I did not do it, right? So oftentimes, especially, so even if people talk about overthinking as such as a bad thing, it's not a bad thing as such, but it can come to a point of stagnation. um so you know, and then we have that analysis paralysis where you're like, okay, you're no longer doing anything about it. So you could be dealing with somebody here who's an overthinker, or somebody who ends up not really taking action because they're thinking so much and so heavily about the situation. This can actually cause a bit of a depression or a funk, if you want to put it that way. But it's not necessarily a bad thing, because then, you know, it puts somebody in perspective. This is why there is an awakening happening here. Sometimes even spirit can force you to be in that state. If you don't want to sit down and think, because maybe you don't like to even read, spirit is going to sit you down and put you in a state of depression and give you the messages that you want to hear. Have you ever stayed in the bed? I know, like when I was going through my dark night of the soul, I'll stay in bed for days, but in those times, a lot of things, it's like I started to really use my imagination. That's when I would discover certain spirituality concepts, and then things started happening, and I'm like, and look, you cannot put anything past spirit. Like, I don't know what this is talking about. Fourth chakra. All right, give me one more card, spirit. Oh my god, look at that. 10, 11. The thinking man and the thinking woman. Yo, let me tell you something before I put, because I was like, let me see if I can get the thinking woman. And sure enough, thinking woman appears. I'm like, yes, I knew it. Yes, I knew it. Yes, I knew it. You both are thinkers. One person may like to read, but the other person may just be an energy reader. Some of you may have found your spirituality by through reading and through just doing some research. This person probably just got enlightened without even knowing what this was. But this is, oh my god, this is beautiful. This to me, divine masculine, divine feminine, right here on the table. It's so crazy because I was like, I'm done doing this read, and it came at 0101 as well. Fifth chakra. So your throat chakras are gonna be opening, and there's gonna be communication, and there's gonna be talking. So you have Archangel Gabriel helping you out. So some of you have to open your heart space, because the other card that we saw was the fourth chakra. So you gotta be, both of you are opening your hearts and your minds, and to really, because I feel like one person was probably coming from a heart space, and the other one person was coming from the logical perspective of things. But I think now you're going to be coming to harmonious agreement here with the justice. Okay, so you know, both of you are going to be in your heart and mind, and just looking at everything in each other's shoes, and putting yourselves um, in each other's shoes, and this guys, this is the craziest reading I've ever done. I hope it makes sense for somebody. It's like I don't even want to stop reading, but I'm like, I know that it's done. Oh. All right, give me one card, your spirit, and I promise you, I'm gonna let it go. Big happy changes, big happy changes. Good for you. So, between the thinking man and thinking woman, which is a counterpart, we have a 10 of cups up there. There are going to be some big happy changes. I think we already saw something about looking for signs. So spirit has been giving the thinking man synchronicities. I think I already said divine masculine, or even divine feminine, I don't know, but definitely divine masculine here, according to what I'm saying, could have been going through the dark night of the soul, and or the red flags. They were saying pay attention to the red flags, and then spirit is saying look for a sign. So maybe this is a person that also, when looks for signs. Maybe you don't even know this part of this person like that, but it will be revealed. I don't know why I'm hearing that. It will be revealed. Something will be revealed. All right, give me 2 cards here, spirit, and then I'm going to close this reading. Shall I? Passion. I think I already talked about passion. That you guys are going to, when you meet, it's going to be a whirlwind of emotion, but there is going to be a burst of passion and just authenticity. Um, yeah, I feel a very I don't know why I'm hearing yellow energy, purple energy. There is something about yellow light and purple light. I mean, I'm gonna put it on YouTube. Normally, people will explain these things, but I don't know why I'm hearing, because I never read like that. But anyway, all right, one more card, spirit. Yeah, there could be children involved in this connection, or you like children. There is some innocence between your souls. You love. I think somebody loves so easily. This, oh my God! Look, something that I just thought. I just see somebody who has. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something. There is a little boy that was hurt in their childhood. So this person, this could be divine masculine, terrified of something, abandonment or something, or was separated from something as a child. This person in their adulthood, they laugh a lot. Um, they may even cry, and they may even tell you that they sometimes do. This is a person, I think I already spoke about that before. I don't know. Did I? I don't know. I feel as though it's deja vu, but I feel like, so this person is in touch with their emotions from a past life. If they were if they were feminine energy in their past life, that's the most dominant energy within them. But when they do cry or express themselves, this is a person that is sensitive. Um, so this is a person that will tease you, absolutely, but when it comes to serious things and serious matters, they could be very sensitive, and they could actually cry. And you may not know how to deal with that when that happens the first time, or whenever you get to see them like that. But that's a part of them that they wonder if you would emasculate them if they cried in front of you. This is a person that is an empath as well. They may look mean, but they're not mean. They're just a little boy protecting themselves. I think we're talking about protection. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know where I'd be hearing these things. Yeah, but this is a courting man. This is a manly man, but they also have um they want to wear this uniform that says I'm a man, okay? But underneath it all, they know how to be a professional man, and professional men in life, okay? Professional men in life in every sense of it. That's deep. That's deep right there. They know how to be a professional man in life. We talked about the privileged lady. This person is so balanced. If you thought you were balanced, this person is has ascended even higher. So divine feminine, this could be your message. There is some surrender that needs to happen here. Give up of control, removing that thing from your mouth and speaking. If you didn't say something here, you're gonna have to let it be known. If you're divine feminine, that used to be a man in the past life. Maybe it's a continuous of the same story, because I was gonna say the opposite, but that's what I heard. So you maybe it's something that's playing out, but now because it's just the genders have changed. Maybe you were. This is ridiculous. All right, I'm not doing this. Give me one card, spirit, and I'm gonna close this read. Passion, a lot of passion. Try something you've never done before. This is thinking outside the box. I don't know what you're being asked to do. Maybe you've never done it before. If you have an apology, you're gonna have to come correct to this person. Whatever happened in this situation, or somebody is gonna be coming to you correct. New love or recommitment, right? A new love or recommitment to love is developing here. One more card, spirit. Protected. You are divinely safe and guided. Interference, an external party. I feel as though there's that party that you know that you left behind, or somebody was left behind here, but that person will continue to come as long as you don't tell your truth. Somebody has to open their mouth to not only your old person, but even to the other person that you were juggling with. Somebody here, now I'm gonna have to call you out. Someone here has a habit of leaving things, of leaving doors slightly open, of not closing doors entirely. If you're a ghoster, if you're somebody who sweeps things under the rug, if you make sure that you close your business, pretty much. That's all. The spirit is trying to show you something, a habit here. Somebody runs away from something, but you cannot just leave the door open and go to sleep, because this will continue lifetime after lifetime. This is something, if you have to heal this. If there is, some people have unresolved stuff, even like with, if you say, for example, if your parents passed away, so you may be a person who starts things and not finish them. Maybe because there's some things that, so you need closures. Close certain things, close certain relationships, close certain struggles, close certain behaviors, conclude on it by taking some form of surrender. I don't know what that means. By taking some form of surrender. Yeah. So for example, if there is somebody here, you have to make a choice. I think this is what it's talking about. You have to surrender one thing for another. You cannot have both. That's just greed. Right? You have to let go of one situation. That was the spiritual lesson. One more card. Some people are just spiritual lessons. There is nothing wrong. You can let people go. It's okay. Marriage. Some of you, once you let go of one situation, you're going to get married. I guarantee you that. Strictly sexual. The one person, maybe the person that you thought you were holding on to, or you thought was your person, was probably just it was just a passionate connection. Remember when I had the which card was there? When we had the Knight of Cups, where you expressed your feelings and this other person may have not expressed your, that was the karma, right? And then you had to leave that behind because it was not being reciprocated, because maybe this person is just used to sexual connections. Now maybe you've triggered something. By you closing that thing, maybe the lesson for that other person is self-love. You see what I'm trying to say? So for every door is a key, for every pot is a lead. Okay? You can let go and you can make decisions and own those decisions. Own them. And I feel like if there is an apology that needs to happen, if there are any talks that need to happen, you will go with a clear conscience. And if it doesn't work out, you will know you have done right. But I'm telling you and I'm guaranteeing I want to cry. Spirit will intervene and be on your side because you are protected. But you have to come as your authentic self and you have to bring in your truth and you have to come in with humility and ask for forgiveness. And I was about, yeah. I think it's hard for somebody to ask for forgiveness as well. But you're going to have to ask for forgiveness, but your words have to match your actions. And be honest. If you started this connection on a third level thing, tell your story. Tell your story. You know what? It's so funny. Even just not about this reading, I've noticed as I am growing, right, and healing and things that I never thought I would talk to people about. I started talking about them because you know why? Whom he is free indeed, right? So when you become comfortable, things no longer hurt you, things no longer make you cry. That's where the freedom is because you are helping the next person. Excuse me. You are helping the next person. You may not be able to help people in other ways, such as on the 3D level, like maybe manual, but this knowledge in itself is golden. It's golden. Um, Depart with love. Depart with love. You ain't gotta live situations in fights and arguments and unresolved issues, and then you meet on the street and it's like looking at each other like, where did the love go? I thought you were ascending. Nah, depart with love. Okay, depart with love. If there's someone here you owe an explanation as to why you left or you're leaving, let them know, and then you're gonna get good karma wherever you're going. If whether it's towards a new love or it's towards this recommitment, your goodness will come back to you. Hence we have luck. We have two lucks on the table. I don't talk about luck, I talk about blessings, but at the end of the day it's the same thing because they're all laws of spirituality, right? Luck exists. Yeah, I was one of those people that had dismissed that, but that's exactly what I'm saying. Sometimes we have to come back and revisit certain things and be like, you know what, I acknowledge that. So even in this connection, as much as we wanted to run away from it, whoever was running here, it could be both of you, the thinking man and the thinking woman, both overthinkers maybe. Y'all had to go back and pick. That's why we had that little girl picking out the thing. Where did that card go? Picking out of the thing. Still looking at it. Y'all still looking at it. Are these really red flags? Or is this... Because sometimes, we say, oh, red flags. But some red flags can really be the same things that you need. You understand what I'm trying to say? I'm not saying lower your standards or nothing like that. No, that's not what I'm saying. Pay attention to the red flags. Sometimes those red flags are going to help you. But sometimes they're not really red flags. Why we may think that red flags may not really be. They were calling them red flags. So this is the thing about it. In society, red flags have been called to be a negative thing. But again, that goes to the other card that I was talking about the negative connotation that we put over the false mask and things, the false person. Maybe there's red flags right here. Are red flags within yourself? What is it that you're holding on to? Alright, my loves. I'm going to leave this reading here. I think this reading was so deep I don't even understand it myself. But maybe one day I shall. I love you and I'll talk to you soon.